Keep yourself in the loop of everything football. Listen to Alex and Jeremiah on the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast.
Hello there, I'm Jeremiah.
I am Alex, always and forever here.
Dedicated to college and NFL football. The latest football news on and off the field. NFL draft trade rumors. We've got you covered from the NFL, Big Ten, SEC, Big 12, Pac-12, ACC, and everything else in between. Listen to the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast.
Thank you for tuning into the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast, where we talk the latest news, rumors, and games of the NFL and college football, from the latest signings to this year's breakout stars and all of the news in between. As always, I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Alex. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How was your weekend?
My weekend's not bad. I'm looking forward to the next weekend.
Oh, okay. Tell me why.
On Friday.
Tell America why.
On Friday, the new Blink-182 CD comes out, and I'm pretty stoked for that.
Really? They're coming out with a new album?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
It's entitled California. Unfortunately, Tom DeLonge, the longtime guitar player and co-main singer, is not in the band anymore.
Yeah, he left a while ago, right?
Well, this CD was supposed to come out in 2013. Like, that's how much it's been back and forth.
Oh, okay.
So, unfortunately, yeah, he's not in the band right now currently, but they got a guy from Alkaline Trio named Matt Skiba, who's been a longtime friend of theirs, and he's doing it. It's good stuff, you know. They got a few singles out. CD comes out fully on Friday, so I'm super stoked for that. I got a lot of good music coming out.
Yeah. Since we're talking about albums, the YG album came out a couple weeks ago. And
hey, YG fan?
A little bit. I'm a West Coast hip hop fan, and dude, it is really, really good. He really brought back that G-Funk era from the '90s. Cause I'm a huge Dr. Dre, Tupac, kind of like the Death Row era. I'm a huge fan of that.
Okay.
And it kind of reminds me a lot of that. And for any of you guys that really like that type of hip hop, I recommend the album. It's a really good. I give it about 3.5 out of 5. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good score.
And not only that, I'm actually gonna go see him in the couple weeks when G-Eazy and Logic come do their concert in Woodland, which is like 30 minutes away from where we do our show.
I actually might be seeing Blink-182, so that
oh, okay.
They'll be here in around September with another one of my favorite bands who has a CD coming out one of my favorite bands, A Day to Remember. So I'm looking forward to that also, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you a rap fan, Alex?
I'm sorry?
Are you a rap fan?
I like rap for the most part. It depends. I like old rap. I love Tupac.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't have a favorite rapper right now? Or
right now?
Yeah.
Childish Gambino, probably.
Oh, I love Childish Gambino, yeah. I have to go with Kendrick right now. Kendrick Lamar, yeah. Okay, there you go.
I would say he's my number 2, probably.
Right now or all time?
No, right now.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, that's a lot. Okay, so let's get the show started, Alex.
All right, man, I'm down with it.
Yeah, okay. For you college fans out there, we have a really good show for you guys. We're going to tell you our favorites to win a Heisman this year, as well as dark horse candidates.
Yeah, man, we're going to have pretty much that whole setup. So what we're going to do is read you out. We have the candidates first, and we're going to go dark horse later.
Okay,
kind of spread it up.
Okay, so you want to go, because we're going to say ours. We're not going to go back and forth. We're just going to say ours. Like, I'm going to say mine, and you're going to say yours, right?
Yeah, but do you want to say yours and then say why, or do you want to do that after we both say ours?
You know what? I'll say mine first, and
okay.
I'll say why.
Deal. All right.
Okay, so I'm going first.
Okay, so you have 5, right?
I have 5.
Okay, for once, you and I actually have the same amount.
Yes.
No honorable mentions. That's what the sleepers are for.
I did not have that.
Okay.
I'm both.
Okay, I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you were like, okay, well, honorable mention.
Yeah, no honorable mentions.
Yeah, I remember last week. Okay, so to get things started on my candidates to win a Heisman this year.
Give us their name, their position, and their school.
Okay. I actually have this in order for, I think it's least likely to win it and most likely to win it.
So are you going 5-1 then?
I am going 5-1.
Okay, I'll do 5-1 on mine then.
Okay, yeah. So
do you want me to say if I have that person on my list as well?
You know what? How about? I think we might have a couple people on the list. So Yeah, you probably. Yeah.
Do you want me to let you know, or do you want me to?
I know what, I want to wait because
Okay.
I want to be surprised, and I think the people want to be surprised too.
Good call, Jeremiah.
Okay, so anyways, let's get started. We're taking forever we're hyping this up. Okay.
We'll take a quick break now. I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right. Well, to start off my list at number 5, I got Chad Kelly, quarterback at Ole Miss.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he is the best quarterback in the SEC, especially this year. Yeah, and he put up huge numbers last year in Hugh Freeze's fast-paced offense. I got a fun fact for you, Alex. He's a nephew of Hall of Famer and Buffalo Bills great Jim Kelly. Yeah, you already knew.
I'm sorry, I knew that.
You knew that one?
I'm sorry.
Well, that was for the people,
yes,
man.
That was fun. I'm sorry, that was fun for me.
I bet it was. And his numbers last year were 4,000.
Pretty great.
Huh?
They're pretty great.
Oh, they were phenomenal. 4,042 passing yards, 31 touchdowns. And I think he's going to pile up huge numbers. And he can easily be the favorite to win and the winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And quarterbacks obviously are often looked at as the quarterbacks and running backs. And you'll see from my favorites, it's primarily quarterbacks and running backs.
Yeah, me too.
So
it's hard for like receivers and defensive players to win.
Well, I did shift that up a bit in my sleepers, so we'll talk about that. But yes, obviously quarterbacks are often the favorites.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. So go ahead and continue. What's your number 4?
Number 4, I have J.T. Barrett, quarterback out of Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
The Ohio State University.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is actually his team again after Cardale Jones going to the NFL draft, who also got drafted by the Buffalo Bills. So
I like that segue. Yeah, Jim Kelly, I like it.
Yeah. And in 2004, he led the Buckeyes to an 11-1 record. He had that great year before that injury against Michigan ended his season. He finished 5th in Heisman voting that year, and if the Buckeyes go undefeated, he'll have a chance because I think he can put up really big numbers, and to me, he's probably the second best dual-threat quarterback in college football.
Behind who? If it's somebody on your list, don't tell me.
It is. It's somebody on my list.
All right. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Then I will wait.
And he's actually number 3 on my list.
Oh, so we can get him right next.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my number 3 favorite.
I'm gonna read your lips and I'm gonna say it at the same time.
Don't do
because
that.
I think I know exactly who it is.
Okay, number 3. My number 3.
Go ahead.
No, don't do that.
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, is Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson,
quarterback out of Clemson, and he was a Heisman finalist last year. Clemson nearly won the national championship,
yes,
and a 45-40 loss to Alabama last year, which was a pretty good game.
I would say it was closer than it.
Closer than it.
No. The score makes it look closer than it was. Yeah, it wasn't unfortunately a super close game, but he played well.
Yeah, he played well, and some say he's the early season favorite. For a good reason. Very incredible numbers last season. 4,104 yards passing, 35 touchdowns, and 1,105 rush yards with 12 touchdowns on the ground. So he is the best dual-threat quarterback, in my opinion, in the college game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there'd be quite a few people that would agree with you on that.
Yeah, and J.T. Barrett is the second best dual-threat quarterback on that in the college game, too. So
I'm sure people will agree with you on that, too.
I hope so.
I do.
You do? Okay. Then that means I'm doing good. All right. Number 2 is Leonard Fournette.
Yes.
I can't forget.
Yes, sir. Fournette.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Running back of Louisiana State University. To me, he is probably the best running back in a college game. Like, pure running back.
I was literally going to say that as excited.
Yeah, pure running back. Yeah, don't worry, because I have another running back on my list.
Yeah.
You know who it is? Okay.
It's probably who's on my list.
Yeah. Okay. And he was a Heisman front runner for the majority of last season.
Up until that Alabama game.
Yeah. Really hurt him, man.
And Derrick Henry kind of passed him up.
Yeah. And if he stays healthy, he'll have his third straight 1,000-yard season. And I think he will.
Okay.
He's just a bruiser.
He's powerful, man.
Runs the ball with authority.
Mm-hmm.
He nearly had 2,000 yards rushing last year. And, this offense goes through, Fournette. How do you say his name?
Leonard Fournette.
Fournette, yeah.
There you go.
This offense goes through him. And he will
Can't
have
argue with you on that
he'll
one.
have plenty of chances to have that Heisman moment, especially in that conference that he plays in.
Yeah, as long as he can get past Bama.
I honestly think if he plays well against Alabama, and they happen to have a close game.
Yeah, that was the conversation leading into the game last year.
If they have a close game, then I don't see him.
Yep.
I wouldn't have any problem with him not winning. I wouldn't have a problem with him winning the trophy.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, usually the people that win it earn it, But I know what you mean. I know what you mean in the sense of, I think, like leading into the game last year, there was a conversation that if he could beat Bama, that defense, and do what he'd been doing the games prior with the numbers he was racking up, then it was like, let's take this guy seriously as a Heisman frontrunner. So
he made people look bad.
He did.
The first half of the season. And,
he did.
My number one favorite to win the Heisman this year is Christian McCaffrey, running back out of Stanford. He was one of 3 Heisman finalists last year. He's already the NCAA record holder for all-purpose yards in the season. He had a credible year.
Can you remind us who won the Heisman last year?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, thank you.
Yeah. He's in the NFL, so he's obviously not going to win it again.
Titans.
Yeah, the Tennessee Titans. And
also on the Buffalo Bills.
No. That would be funny though. But I said Leonard Fournette.
There you go, nice.
I don't know why I say his name like that.
It's okay.
Leonard Fournette. If he's the best pure running back in the game, Christian McCaffrey is the best college football player in the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was snubbed last year. I think he was the guy. He was my favorite to win it last year, and some people would agree. I think in the passing game, he is just
he's lights out.
He's lights out. The ground, obviously, he lights it up on the ground.
Oh yeah.
In the return game, you see the plays that this.
Oh yeah. Well, because like I said, my brother went to Washington State, so I naturally became a Washington State fan because I didn't go to a normal college. So I kind of lived college through him in that sense when it came to sports. And so I'm a big Washington State fan, and they're obviously in the Pac-12. So I'm very familiar with what McCaffrey did. Funny enough, he did have a good game against Washington State on Halloween, but it was actually his worst statistical game all year. And Washington State actually almost came out with the win in that game, which would have been huge for them.
They had a really good year last year, actually.
When they finished ranked, I want to say 24th, just inside the top 100. I'm sorry, the top 25. Top 100.
That was a good year for Washington State because they've been terrible for the past couple of years in the FBS.
Yeah. And you and I, on our next show, actually, have a college football playoff, sleeper picks and stuff.
Sleeper picks,
They aren't in there. I'm telling you right now, they're not in mine.
They're not in mine either.
I'll just tell you right, they're not in mine.
I'll tell you what,
but I do love them.
I have a few Pac-12 teams in there though.
Ooh, stay tuned for next week's episode. Episode.
No, you have to stay tuned for it's not next week.
I'm sorry. Next episode.
By the time that it'll come out tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be out tomorrow. Okay.
Crazy.
But anyway, back to my analysis on McCaffrey here.
Okay, go ahead.
He takes over the game. He's a game changer with 1 or 2 plays.
Yeah,
Big plays every game.
He could change a game in, like you said, 1 or 2 plays, yeah.
And I know for a fact you know this, but this is another fun fact.
Okay.
Son of a former NFL player, Ed McCaffrey of the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you knew that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Ed McCaffrey, that guy was sick with it, man.
Yeah.
That guy was dope.
He was so. What did you say before the show? Sickalicious?
Yeah, sickalicious.
You're so sickalicious. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So that is my list for the Heisman. So
I can dig it.
All right.
So we're going to take a quick break first, and I'll get into my list because we're already about 15 minutes in.
Are we?
Yeah, man. We can just talk for forever, right?
That was
quick.
so long. Wow.
I know. Like you don't.
I thought that was like 5 minutes.
Like it's funny having a timer on when you're talking because then you think about it in like real life. And you're like, dear God, do I talk this much normally?
Wow, good thing we decided to do a whole show.
I know.
On Heisman candidates.
Right. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break here at the Golden State Media Concepts football podcast. Don't go anywhere, and we will be right back. Isn't that right, Jeremiah?
Yes.
All right. Be right back, guys.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Welcome back to the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast. And Alex, with his favorites to win a Heisman this year, as I said mine before the break. So what is your... I want to hear your list, Alex.
Okay. My number 5 starts with Baker Mayfield, quarterback out of Oklahoma.
I almost put him on my list. I almost did.
Well, he finished 4th last year in Heisman voting. One of the best quarterbacks returning to his team this year. He put up great numbers in Oklahoma's system. He's one of the top quarterback prospects going into the season for the draft next year. Already a proven guy. He's got a killer arm. I don't have his stats up just because I don't think it was relevant to this conversation because it's next year's. But the ones that are relevant, I do have little tidbits for him. But Baker Mayfield, he's one of the guys that, like I said, he finished 4th last year. He lit it up near the end of the year. I just think anybody that has that kind of supporting cast around him like he does over there in Oklahoma, I think he's got a good shot.
And then Oklahoma made the playoffs last year, right? Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they had a good year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I almost put Mayfield on my list. It was either between him or Chad Kelly.
Yeah, and then you'll see I was in kind of the same.
It was very tough for the number 5 on the list.
Yeah, I say it's kind of the same for me. Okay, number 4, Dalvin Cook, running back, Florida State. He's first-team All-ACC last year, as well as first-team All-American, and he won the Jim Brown Award, which is for the best running back last year. Good running back. He's one of the guys. He's like one of a committee with Florida State for a while, but he kind of emerged as that number 1 guy there.
I think he's probably the best in that conference, ACC.
I say he's a top 6 college football running back right now.
I actually almost put him on my list too. He didn't make it because it's just so. Actually, he's not on my sleepers either. Because he's not.
I have some of your players on your list on my sleepers.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have 2 actually.
Okay, well, let's hear him.
So I'm not going to get there yet. This is my sleepers.
You're still talking to.
No, I'm done, Dalvin.
You don't. Okay.
But number 3 is actually your number 3. It's Deshaun Watson.
Oh, okay.
Quarterback out of Clemson was number 3 in the Heisman voting last year. He's the O'Brien winner in 2015 as well, which is the best quarterback. Like you see, you already went pretty in depth on Watson. I don't have to go super in depth, but game changer, best dual threat running best dual threat quarterback in college football at the moment.
A running back.
He runs like a receiver. He's fluid like a receiver. Yeah. He's not like a powerful guy. He's fluid. He's got a pretty good arm. I had some issues with him going into last year. I thought he had his throwing motion seemed erratic, like it wasn't consistent. But he's a good player. I'd like to see what he can do if he can make it to the next level because he seems like the definition of one of those college quarterbacks, and if he can translate to the NFL, he's got a good arm though. So if he can stay consistent with it, obviously he's got, he's killer on the ground.
Yeah,
so.
He definitely has an arm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. Yeah. And now, I hate to break it to you, man, but my 2 and 1 are exactly the same as yours.
Oh.
So Leonard Fournette, running back of LSU, he was the NCAA rushing champ last year. He's All-American, and he was first-team All-SEC last year as well. Obviously, again, I don't have to go into it. Great running back, powerful kid. Christian McCaffrey, number 1. Best dual threat, overall best player, I would say, in college football.
Threat. Don't forget.
Returning,
yeah.
And I've seen him throw a pass before, too.
Yeah, he's kind of like
quadruple threat.
He's kind of like
He's a 5-tool player.
He's like, like in baseball.
Mm-hmm. He can run, he can catch, he can block, he can throw, he can return.
He's kind of like the NFL's J.J. Watt. He can do everything.
I like it. So little stats I have for him. Obviously, he, like we said, he's first team All Pac-12 last year. He was the Heisman runner-up last year. He was the AP Player of the Year, Associated Press Player of the Year, Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year. He has the NCAA record for all-purpose yards last year, and he had the Paul Hornung Award for the most versatile player, which not even a question that he would have won that last year with as much as he did. like I said, man, he's a 5-tool player. And, he is a smaller guy in terms of like a running back, in terms of stature. He can block well.
Yeah.
And he's a runner.
Yeah, people don't talk about his blocking ability. Yeah,
it's like I always hate to kind of compare stuff to Steelers stuff, but Le'Veon Bell, he's a great catcher of the football. He's a great runner of the football. And people forget he's a great blocker, too. People forget that Christian McCaffrey's a really good blocker there in protection for the quarterback. So good blocker, good runner, good receiver,
so he's
good
a
returner.
6'2" player. I'm kidding.
Well, I still got 5.
You still got 5?
Yeah, so blocking, running, catching. I've seen him throw the ball, and returning.
Oh, okay, that is 5. Okay.
Maybe he's a really good teammate, so 6. Maybe he's great, But, so we pretty much have the exact same list, in a sense, excluding
we have the top
5
3.
and 4.
We have the top 3. So we
differing
agree
with Chad Kelly and JT Barrett.
So we agree that McCaffrey, Fournette, and Watson are the 3 finalists this winter.
And now, see, you had 3 quarterbacks. I only had 2, but I had 3 running backs, so...
Yeah.
You had 3 quarterbacks or 2 running backs.
No, I had 2 running backs and 3.
sorry.
I almost put Dalvin Cook on my list, though, and I also put Mayfield. Yeah, it was a tough. This list was actually really tough. I remember I texted you yesterday. I was like, man, this is really tough because there's so many good players this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be an exciting race to watch.
Yeah, and of course, there's probably somebody that's going to pop up that no one's ever heard of before. That's going to be in the running at some point in the season.
He probably wouldn't even be in our dark horse candidates.
Like I said, it's like I said, they pop up. You're not going to have seen them coming, and they're just going to be there. So
okay, so are you done with your list? So
I am done with my list.
You want to do one more break?
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, we're going to take one more break, and we're going to tell you our dark horse candidates for the Heisman this year. We'll be right back.
Always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. Jordan and Keith is Entertainment Tonight meets Access Hollywood.
I'm Jordan. The guy laughing, that's Keith.
Yeah, I'm Keith.
An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
All right, we're back here at the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast, and Jeremiah is going to hit us with his list for dark horse candidates for the Heisman this year.
Yes, I got 5 names on my list.
As do I.
Yes, okay. I'm actually going to say them in order as well.
In order of least likely to most likely?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not against the players. It's just...
Yeah, mine's going to have no order, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. I think... actually, you know what? No, it's actually not in order, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just those 5 guys I think that are going to have a great season and could emerge in the race. But, yeah, first on my list is Greg Ward, quarterback of Houston. Yeah, we had that segment a couple months ago about the University of Houston if they can contend in the playoffs, which I think they could.
Okay.
I might talk about them a little bit on the next episode, but we'll see. And, I watched a film on this kid, and, man, this dude is just explosive. He is probably one of the most explosive players in the college game.
Yeah, great dual threat quarterback, too.
Yes, and the ability to throw for 3,000 yards, 1,000 yards, he is just a one-man offensive show. If you can go undefeated and contend for a playoff spot, he should have a chance. And he should have a chance to win this award.
All right, man. Let's give me the next one.
It's a running back, Royce Freeman out of Oregon.
I thought about him for a while.
Yeah. And he had a quiet year last year. You know, because Oregon had a down year, after Marcus Mariota.
But he had a quietly good year.
That's what I say. He had a quietly good year. And, or I meant to say. He rushed for 38 yards on the ground. And like I said, Oregon fell out the spotlight last year. That's why he wasn't really recognized, talked about. If Oregon could improve on offense, which I think they will, I don't know who. Depends on who wins that quarterback job, which I think we could talk to later in future episodes. He could have a legit chance if he replicates the year he had in 2015, and if the Ducks can try to contend for a playoff spot. And I think he might be a legit candidate in the winter.
All right, man.
All right, and this is probably the deepest sleeper I have on the list on next. Jake Browning, quarterback of Washington.
All right. Yeah, that is deep.
Really deep. You know, he played in this area actually.
He did,
in high school. Yeah.
Again, being a Washington State fan, I'm very familiar with Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And and having him, because my brother and I wanted him to go to Washington State, so clearly he didn't. You know.
And he was actually the first freshman to start a season opener, the history of Washington's program.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they'd have quarterbacks like Warren Moon in it.
So he's the first freshman to do that. Brownie tossed for 16 touchdowns. UW did finish strong late last season.
They did.
Yeah, going 3-0, including a Heart of Dallas Bowl win.
Might talk about them in the next show.
Oh, okay. And
I said might.
Oh, and then I might talk about Houston, but we don't know. And he improved as the season went further, as well as the team did. You know, this team has a lot of young talent on offense.
Yes,
and Chris Peterson, the former Boise State coach, he has done some great things with quarterbacks in the past. And
Kellen Moore, for example.
Exactly, yes. And the combo of Chris Peterson and Brownie, I think it's going to be really good. I can see I can see this team going on the right path. I don't think they're actually playoff ready right now. I think they're actually a year away.
Okay.
But I can see them contend possibly for a Pac-12 North Division title. And I think it's only a matter of time before Brownie and the Huskies break out. So you never know. They might come a year early too.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's my analysis on Brownie.
Okay.
How much time do we have?
You're good.
Am I good? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
So I'll finish mine. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay. And I think we were talking about this guy a little bit on next on my list. Josh Rosen, quarterback of UCLA. He showed really great promise last year, made strides as a true freshman starter. And he has a killer arm.
For how little he is, he does.
Yes. 3,670 passing yards, 23 touchdowns. The way he throws the ball is just phenomenal. The types of throws that he made as a freshman.
Yeah, he's got a killer arm.
It was great. Those throws were so great. And UCLA is actually going to a pro-style offense this season, which will take advantage of his skills. And I think even though there's a void at receiver, I think this team's on the upswing heading to this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your last, or is that?
I have one more.
Okay.
Hold on.
Just making sure.
All right. Yeah, remember I told you I had a lot of analysis on this kid?
Oh, yeah.
Lamar Jackson, quarterback at Louisville.
Wow.
Yes.
Digging deep for that one.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you why, though. He is one of 3 quarterbacks to both throw and rush for 200 yards in a game. You want to know what those 2 quarterbacks are?
Besides him, you mean?
Yes.
Who the one quarterback is?
Yeah, there's 2 of them. He's one of 3.
Johnny Manziel.
Who's the other one?
Oh, he's one of 3.
He's one of 3.
So there's 2 other. Johnny Manziel and... What era did he play in?
He played in our era.
That's young?
Yes, you guessed it.
Dang.
Yeah, he's one of 3.
So those 2 and...
Yes, it's those 2 and Lamar Jackson, yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
Good, man. Dang.
All right. You're sweating over there.
Man.
It was like, whew. Man.
I didn't even answer in Jeopardy format.
I know, right? You should. We should have done
Who
that.
is
Vince Young?
Who is Vince Young?
Who is Johnny Manziel? Question mark.
I'm just psyched I got those.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of psyched you got those too.
Thanks, man.
All right, and then remember Manziel won the Heisman Trophy in 2012, and Young was their runner-up in 2005. But you guys know what happened between that. I don't want to get too deep into that. That's a whole another segment for a whole another
Roughly
show.
the best college football game of all time, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, we won't get into that. Jackson he will have a chance to sign against Florida State at home on September 17th, and on the road at Clemson 2 weeks later. So he's getting
some national spotlight.
Oh yeah, and not only this, he will have a chance to shine against Houston on November 17th, which could be a matchup between potential playoff teams
and potential Heisman candidates.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Yes.
All right.
And because Florida State and Clemson, they're probably going to be ranked in the top 5, top 10. And if he can somehow compete well against those two teams, and they happen to surprise those two teams and upset them, then this dude has a legitimate shot. Remember, he has to beat those three teams because they're going to be. They can possibly be playoff. Well, Houston could possibly be a playoff contender, but Florida State and Clemson are going to be playoff contenders. And I think Louisville could possibly contend for a ACC championship with him at the helm. And they have a soft schedule between those three teams in between. So, yeah, he's my ultimate sleeper pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to make this easy for my list. I have Greg Ward Jr., I have Josh Rosen. Okay?
Okay.
Both people on your list. I have JT Barrett, so I don't have to go into detail about JT Barrett. I will say, like we said here in the Fiesta Bowl win last year, after retaking over the team, in a sense, he was 5th place in Heisman voting in 2014, and he also set a Ohio State record and a Big Ten record with 44 total touchdowns in 1 year in 2014, the big year you were talking about. So, other one being Chad Kelly. Like you said, he's considered to be the best returning quarterback in the SEC. I don't have to get far into that. We talked about that.
I think he's the best quarterback in that conference.
Well, yeah, but best returning especially, But, so I really only have one person on here, and it's going to be quick.
Okay, let's get into it then.
It's Adoree Jackson, cornerback, USC.
I almost put him on this list. I almost did. Yes, man. I almost did.
100%, right?
Yeah.
Regarded as the best cornerback in college football. He's going to have a big year ahead of him playing against guys like Josh Rosen, Browning, Luke Falk up in Washington State. I forget Stanford's quarterback now that Hogan's gone, but, even in the sense, McCaffrey, I guess.
We don't know who Oregon's quarterback is going to be.
Mm-hmm. But plenty of these really good teams in the Pac-12 with pretty solid quarterbacks. So he's going to have to show that he is the best cornerback in college football.
I think he is. And I honestly think he's a top 5 player in a college game.
It's going to take a lot from him to be the first defensive player to win the Heisman since Mr. Charles Woodson in 97. But he's the first player in a few years to be able to be the one to do it. So
yeah, I really wanted to put him on my list. For candidates, actually, not sleeper, because I really did, and I couldn't do it. It's hard for defensive backs to win this award.
I know.
Yeah.
But I figure, hey, throw a defensive player on here.
I'm really glad you had him on your list, because I didn't have him on mine.
Excuse me. So I'm going to say Greg Ward Jr. and JT Barrett tied for my number one sleeper, I guess.
Okay. All right. I got Lamar Jackson and Greg Ward as my number one sleeper.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what, man? It's time to go.
Okay, you want to tell the good people on the next episode?
Yes. So the next episode, like we said a little earlier, we're doing our predictions on college football playoff favorites, and then again, keeping this format, college football playoff sleeper dark horse picks.
Are we doing our favorites too?
Well, I mean, who we think is going to, teams that we think are going to win, who have a good shot, and sleepers.
Okay.
So as always, Jeremiah, where can they find us?
They can find us on Twitter at GSMC_football. As well as on Instagram. The same handle. Same handle.
Don't forget to use hashtag Golden State Media or GSMC Podcast Network.
Yeah. Don't forget the hashtag, guys. And hashtag. I'm doing the little hashtag thing.
Hashtag.
Okay, and then on Facebook, you can find us as well as on the Golden State Media Concepts Football Podcast.
Yep.
And you can find us on iTunes for episodes each week. Remember, we do 4 episodes, Monday through Thursday.
Don't forget our website either.
Oh, yeah, and on the website, GSMCpodcast.com. Yeah. Oh, wow, I almost
so much to mention, it's okay.
I almost butchered that. Wow, okay.
It's okay, man, you nailed it.
But yeah, don't forget, guys, we're going to have 4, remember, we have 4 episodes each week, Monday through Thursday, on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher,
SoundCloud,
YouTube, SoundCloud. Yeah, man, don't worry. There's not an excuse for you guys not to listen to us, and it's free. Come on, we're not.
Yeah, there's no excuse, guys.
It's free. Come on.
No excuses.
And when you guys do listen to it, can you guys leave some reviews? I really want to know what you guys think out there of us.
Yeah, leave some reviews on iTunes. Yeah, because
I listen to criticism very well, and if you guys don't think I'm doing good, then tell me, please.
And he will quit.
No, I will not do that. I will not do that. I won't go that far.
No, he'll take it to heart, I guess.
No, I won't. But I take criticism very well, especially if you want to get into this business.
That's very true.
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, you kind of have to. So,
Leave some reviews, guys.
All right, so...
I mean, as always, I'm Alex.
And I'm Jeremiah.
So I've got your name there for a while. Did you?
I forgot your name, too.
Oh, I didn't say I forgot yours. I said you forgot yours.
I forgot yours.
Okay, well, we'll catch you guys next week. Next episode. Bye.